Hello, Leo, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul communicator and mentor. Today, with an intuitive message for you. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to look at what's going on in your journey at this moment, what your soul is trying to teach you through this moment, and any other information that my guides want to put in. I will also be creating an extended for you. The link will be in the description below, and it'll just go a little bit deeper into whatever comes up. So let's get started. Okay, Three of Swords, the Lady, High Priest, Nine of Pentacles, and King of Wands. This is a really interesting progression, Leo. Let me show you these cards here. So we got King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, High Priest, the Lady, and the Three of Swords. So, main story is, you've got all this amazing stuff waiting for you over here. But you're not there, you're not seeing it, you're not wanting to see it, okay? So let's break this down a little bit more. This Three of Swords, I really feel the energy of kind of like licking your wounds. Like something has happened or you're not happy with the way things are going. And you're not, there's this feeling like, ugh, why? Why did this have to happen? And, I know that I'm going to keep moving, but why did this happen? And why did I get hurt? There's a big growth potential in this situation. Let me get a little bit more about what this situation was for you so we can kind of hone in. Okay, we've got Prince of Cups and the Wheel. So this is about a desire not quite coming true, something you asked for, and then it's kind of like the universe brought you something else instead. So have you ever had this happen when you go to a restaurant and you order one thing and they get confused in the kitchen and they bring you exactly the opposite of what you'd actually like? Sometimes this happens to me because I'm a vegetarian, and so sometimes I get brought meat and I'm like, wait a second, there's no way I would have ordered that. So that's kind of what happened. You had a very specific desire and you said, hey, I like this. And the universe just brought you something else. This could have been a partnership that looked great, and then you find out, nope, it's not actually what I wanted. Or I'm just feeling like it's something that did not meet your expectations. You had some high expectations for what you thought it was, and it didn't match. So anyway, you're feeling like betrayed by the universe. You're feeling like, why did this have to happen? And the thing is if you can flip your script about this, if you can learn to look at this differently and see the growth potential in this, there's a lot of really good stuff waiting for you on the other side. Thing I want to point out that I think is super fascinating. Do you see these three holes on the tree? Those are like the three wounds that the swords have made, in you. Look at her throne. It's also made of wood, but it's got those three. So she's saying, if you can look at this as growth, you're going to see this as actually a very abundant experience. If you can turn this around and align yourself with a good way of looking at it, then the Lady helps you bring in more. We've got the High Priest supporting that, saying forward, this was just a test for you. This was to see whether you could turn something around positive or not. This was a growth moment for you. This was for you to learn something and to become something different. Because on the other cards we have our Nine of Pentacles. She was on this side, sorry. The camera flips everything. It's kind of frustrating. Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Okay, so this has been about becoming more comfortable in asserting what you want, becoming more comfortable in asserting your own leadership. Okay, so maybe the situation itself wasn't quite right, but you learned a lot about yourself. You learned a lot about the situation, and you learned a lot about what to discard. This is very specific wording coming through for someone. You learned a lot about what to let go of and what to put down, like things you didn't have to carry with you anymore. It's a purification idea of this white on her dress, that it's pure. There's nothing dirty on it, so there's nothing extra. So there's part of you, and maybe this is an energetic thing as well, that you just kind of dropped away, like, ugh, I can shed this skin. I don't need this anymore. Okay. I want to look at what your soul's lesson is for you, what your soul's message is for you in all of this. My guides are talking right now about patience, making sure that you're staying patient with where things are right now. It's probably why they put our Hierophant in the middle, this Taurus energy. Stay grounded, stay steady, stay patient. Because the reason why you're jumping so quickly to that feeling of, ugh, why was I let down? Why was I betrayed here? Is this speed. It's not happening fast enough for you. And so it's kind of like you're giving up and just saying, well, what the heck? It was just wrong. It was a wash. It wasn't. But the part of what's causing that processing is impatience. Impatience with wanting to draw conclusions. Impatience with things wanting to work out too quickly. Quicker than they're actually able to. But I do feel like with this, Leo, that a lot of this hinges on your own perspective. It's really like this guy is the outlier, and all of these are just amazing blessings waiting for you. And it's like, okay, can you get over this? Can you just let this idea go? Let this card go? Okay, let's see. Soul's message, please. 903. 7 of Pentacles, again, letting go, the world, death. Interesting. This has to do, and I'm going to be talking on a bigger scale now, this has to do with letting go of the world as you see it. And the 7 of Pentacles is asking you to cut off things, again, that letting go, that dropping, cutting off things that really just don't work. And I feel like, Leo, this has to do with inner work. It'll maybe manifest in the outside, but you can't do the outside cutting off without first cutting off on the inside. This is kind of a little bit of a kick in the pants. It's time to grow. It's time to go. It's really time to move. This death card is wanting to transform your whole world. It's wanting you to have a different way of seeing the world, and also a different way of being in the world. And the 7 of Pentacles is just saying, let go of the toxicity, anything toxic, thoughts, people, behavior patterns. And I know this isn't like quick work, like, okay, I'll let go of my toxic thoughts. I'm all good now. But this really is a habit for you, Leo, of coming back and saying, ugh, why did this happen to me? Why me? And resenting the way reality is, resenting what the universe has decided to gift you with. And if you can stop this pattern and flip it around and say, okay, but what did I learn? I may not have gotten exactly what I wanted, but what did I learn? You know, sometimes it's weird going back to that vegetarian thing. I've had dreams about eating meat, and I wake up being like, I gotta brush my teeth now. And what sometimes the message is I'm not eating enough protein. So if I'm getting served meat in a restaurant, you know, maybe it's the same kind of message. Like, hey, maybe I need to be rethinking how I'm nourishing myself, thinking that I need to give myself something else. So things are not happening to us. They're always happening for us. And it's really important to remember that, Leo, because that's one way you can switch this. Things didn't happen to me. It happened for me. And so what was it giving me? What am I gaining from this rather than what am I losing? It's funny about the idea of growing pains, right? Like sometimes when you're small and you're getting taller, the body actually aches because it's growing. And if we focus on the pain, we think, I don't want that. But the other thing is, like, do you want to be stuck in your childhood height for the rest of your life? And that's what your soul is saying here. Like, this is a growing pain. But do you want to be stuck in this, or do you want to be in this? Do you want to be in this expansive, higher heart place, or do you want to be stuck in that? Okay, Leo, I'm feeling like that's a really good place to kind of wrap this up for the YouTube. But I would like to continue to draw cards and get even more information for you on exactly what's going on, exactly which situation we're talking about. So if this has resonated with you and you'd like to join me, the link's below, and I look forward to seeing you over there.